Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Patek Philippe Complications World Time in Platinum with a Cloisonné Dial reference 5131-1P-001. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this world time, then I'll tell you about where it stands in the lineup of other similar world times, then I'll tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with a little bit of history. Now this is a reference 5131 from more or less the same reference of 5130. These references came about for Patek in approximately 2008, and the 5131 is just the upgraded version. The dial-wise has a Cloisonné dial of the 5130, and these ones had the enameled painted dials that you see that are so beautiful. That actually is what makes the watch so unique and special and valuable. And they made this run from approximately 2008 until 2021, at which time they were replaced by the 5230s, which that group of watches was 5230 and 5231. The one was for the ones that, again, had the Cloisonné dials, the ones that are painted, and the ones that are 5230s, that reference did not have any painting. Okay, and this is a little bit confusing, but the 5131, which is what you're looking at, had that 2008 to 2021 run, that model year. Okay, now specifically, this one in platinum was released in just 2017. So Patek does that. They often do a model, and then they don't release all the variations at once. They release it in one color, one material, another material, and then one dial, a second dial, and then over the course of its lifespan, which could be 10, 15 years, they'll have released all the variations of it. But they'll never release them all at once. So they may only have one or two variations of each model per year. Okay, anyways, that's kind of how Patek does it. And so let's move on from the history to where this watch stands in the lineup. Well, Patek has made the 5131 or the 5130 in pretty much every material: rose gold, yellow gold, white gold, platinum, as you see it here. And what makes this one special is when they made it in rose gold or yellow gold, they pretty much just made it on a leather strap. You could order the bracelet separately, but mostly it was on a leather strap. The platinum, however, was born on a platinum bracelet, and there's not that many full platinum watches from Patek. When I say full platinum, I mean platinum case as well as bracelet. They don't make that many bracelet watches to begin with, and add on top of that a platinum bracelet. So this watch is very heavy, because as you know, platinum is even heavier than gold. So it's rare in that sense, and also quite special because it's made out of platinum, and of course the dial takes a massive amount of work. Okay, that's sort of where this watch stands in the lineup. Pretty much, I would say where it stands in the lineup of these Cloisonné dials is at the very top. The rose gold, yellow gold are also at the top, except the material is not quite as valuable as platinum. So this one's definitely up there. Okay, now with that said, a little bit of the history and where it stands in the lineup, let's get into the watch itself and start talking about that. So the watch itself is a 39 millimeter. The head of it is 39 millimeter. I think it's 39.5 millimeters to be exact, but it's close enough. 39 millimeters, and that's from my thumb to my index finger. And they do a really nice case. They also make it quite thin. I think it's only around 10 millimeters thick. That's very thin, and because this is a dress watch. Well, it's supposed to be a travel watch, a dress watch. Okay, more or less the same. But they did a couple of things I want to point out is that the case on the 5131 looks different from what the case looks like on the newer 5231s. The case is just more streamlined. It has softer edges, and well, it's just a quite beautiful case if you ask me. Okay. And it also seamlessly goes and connects with the bracelet very well. Let's look at the bezel here. Interestingly, the bezel, they put this, they have a domed bezel here, but the bezel, interestingly, they write Geneva and at the bottom, which actually I think is pretty cool. And it just makes the watch, it makes it, what do I say? It kind of makes it look, it kind of not dumbs it down, but makes it look much more casual, if you ask me, by putting a dome bezel as opposed to some like hobnail bezel or some kind of, bezel that's gonna have some decoration on it. And interestingly, they also wrote the word Patek Philippe on it at the 12 o'clock. They don't usually do that. I can't actually think of any other bezel that they do that with. So, and okay. So, anyways, let's go ahead and look at the dial, because this is the most special part of it. Now, on the dials, which is really what makes this watch what it is, they have to do, as I understand, they outline the. Okay, first of all, what is the dial that you're looking at? Well, it's a map of the world. The watch itself is the world time. So you're looking at a map of the world from the northern hemisphere. You see Russia here on the right, and Southeast Asia, and actually, would that be? What would that be? Would that be Asia? Okay, anyways. Yeah, so you can see those, and then of course the ocean here, and outlining the continents. That's actually done in gold leaf, and as I understand, they enamel it, so they have to like bake this in there, and it even comes with its own certificate to show that of the dial, showing that who was the maker, and some kind of certificate saying that it was done the way it was done. So I mean, suffice it to say, the dial is probably the most spectacular part of this, and it's really what makes this watch stand out and make it trade above retail. Even years later, nearly 10 years after, it's still trading above retail. So even though they have new models out, so yeah, it's done very well, and it's just a beautiful work of art. And also, I can notice this, that if you look at the words here of the cities of the world, check out the font. They actually did the font. Interestingly enough, they did it in like a very old school font. It kind of brings you back to like a vintage travel, where this is how the font that they used back then. I just kind of noticed that, because on the newer world times, they don't use this kind of font. So it is pretty interesting, kind of a cursive, old school font. Okay. Anyhow, and the rest of it is standard though. You click through the button on the upper left-hand corner to set the world time. You can scroll through to check the time in each city, hence the name world time. Alrighty, so that is that part, and let's move on here to the bracelet. Now the bracelet is quite a beauty to behold. I think they did a great job on this bracelet. It's a platinum bracelet, so it's very heavy, okay, and it's very supple as well. And why is that? Because if you see, it's actually 5 links across, almost like a Jubilee bracelet from Rolex, except it's a Patek's version of this. Okay, all right. So that's a bracelet, and it's a typical flip lock that you see there. Let's look at the movement here. Now the movement is a 240HU movement. And I believe that the newer movements are, let's take a look here at their website, it's also a 240HU. So actually, interestingly, the movement has not changed. But I mean, what would exactly they need to change? I mean, it's a world time before, it's still world time. So the new movement is 240HU movement, and the new one, the old one, is also the same movement. Okay, the power reserve for this thing is 48 hours, and it looks very beautiful, as you see. So what else can I say about it? It's a Patek movement, it's beautiful, and it matches the rest of the watch. Okay, time to try this watch on my wrist. Now look, I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. I have a 7.5 inch wrist. As you see, this 39 millimeter, 0.5, almost 40 millimeter, looks great. And I think it would look really good for those who want a very subtle dress watch. It's not yellow gold, not rose gold, it's not popping in your face, but it's still a very hefty watch. It's a very serious watch. Anyone who takes a close look at it, or even a look at it not so close, will realize, wow, what a beautiful watch. The dial is just a beauty to behold. So look, if you want to buy this watch, and you want to get it at the lowest price anywhere online, at the going rate, they're somewhere between like 130, 140K, at least as of 2025 on our website. So yeah, if you'd like to buy this, please go to jazztime.com or click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.